Welcome to football on Centrebet. The month of May is a cracker for all the football fans, all the punters, of course. The UAFA Cup, the first one, the Spanish battle. Robbie Slater is with me. Sevilla, defending champions, warm favourites at 148. Can you find a way that Espanyol can upset the apple cart here?
Well, I think in Espanyol's favour, it's a Spanish derby, so it becomes like a league game, and of course, because they know each other so well, it does give them a chance. I think they've got too much class, Sevilla. I think they've had a great season. They slipped off the championship race late on in the season.
Yep.
But clear favourites. They won this competition last season. With Canute up front, who's been firing.
Sure.
Poulsen, the Danish international, who played against Australia this season, this year, pulling the strings in midfield. I think they'll be too strong.
They did up near the top of the table, of course, Espanyol in the middle, but you talk about league standings. We go to the FA Cup Final in England, and this is top of the pile. Of course, Chelsea, back-to-back title. I've given it back to Manchester United, of course, but there's some catching up to do here. They've dipped out of the Champions League, but it all comes together in one big collision in the FA Cup Final.
One big grudge match.
$2.65 each at the moment on Centrebet. Not a struck match between them. Who do you fancy?
Look, very, very difficult to call. If I had to call it and put my mortgage on it, which
that's a big mortgage too, I can tell you.
Wouldn't do. I'd have to go for Chelsea. I think they've got a bit of anger at losing the title to Manchester United, who deserved to win the title. Played the best football in the country all season, so all credit to Sir Alex Ferguson.
Mourinho does look a bit angry.
Mourinho did look very angry towards the end of the season. I think Chelsea did well to stay in touch with so many injuries. Well, the amount of injuries they had this season, I still think they did well to stay with Manchester United. I think there are two different styles of play. I think Manchester United much more pleasing on the eye, but I think Chelsea are very overpowering, very physical, all over the park. And I just think with that, the disappointment of losing the title, and just in a one-off cup tie, I just put Chelsea slightly ahead.
Led by John Terry, that colossus at the back, no doubt.
Well, defensively, I think Chelsea have the edge. Attacking-wise, it's Manchester United. But I just see in a one-off game, well, it's difficult. It really is. It is going to be tight. But I don't know. I've got a funny feeling Chelsea. This could go all the way, though.
Yeah.
Good bet on this one might be after 90 minutes, the draw.
Yep.
But it could go all the way to penalties.
Of course, there's options after 90 minutes. The draw in regular time is around the $3.10 mark. So plenty of value. Yeah, plenty of value. I tend to agree with you. Chelsea might just sneak home. And, of course, we crown the month. What better way to do it? The Champions League final will be heavily watched, of course, by all the football fans and the punters, of course, on Centrebet. AC Milan are backed into the $1.75 favourite against Liverpool, who are out to $2.10. Good value there for the Scousers.
Good bet, the Reds. Come on, the Reds.
Value. But, of course, it's all about the payback time for AC Milan. Surrendered a 3-goal lead, of course, back in 2005.
Well, that won't happen again.
Well, yes, of course, that was incredible. Where one time, I guess you could almost say that the players, in my opinion, really saved the manager's bacon a little bit there. Benitez tried things early in that final. Suddenly they're 3-0 down. Miraculous how they came back to win the Champions League. What's going to happen this time?
Well, he was blessed in that game. You're right. Benitez, I think, would have been under huge pressure had he lost that game. Not the fact that he'd lost it, or had he lost it, but it was the way he started off. The selection already with Harry Kewell being selected in that game. Harry wasn't fit.
Yeah,
and he was probably the first one to admit it. Would have been better maybe to start him off the bench. Anyway, what happened happened. They went 3-0 down, and some Scousers probably went to bed at half-time. But if they did, they would have been very disappointed, because Liverpool, an amazing comeback, probably, arguably, the most amazing final ever in the history of this famous competition. There has been some great finals. Steven Gerrard was magnificent. He scored the first goal, and he really played a leadership role and dragged Liverpool right through to penalties, and they won it. And that's the key to Liverpool. I put Milan ahead. Gerrard will have to have a massive game, and of course Carragher at the back and Daniel Agger will have to as well. But I just see Milan, the revenge 2 years ago, and the form of Kaká, who's probably the best player in the world at the moment.
Going great.
And those midfielders, Pirlo, Gattuso, I just think they've got too much Milan in this, and I think they'll win it.
Great contributors across the middle third. They do go in, or will go in, as the big favourite. Plenty of money from Centrebet punters on AC Milan. Robbie fancies them to win the Champions League.
I hope they're wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, I hope I'm wrong.
I knew he'd say that, and he has. But there you have it. A great month of May, so line up and be part of all the action on Centrebet. And do not forget, a very, very special bonus offer for all new clients. So hop on the phone, hop on online, of course, any which way you fancy, and be part of the action now. That's it from me, Neil, and Robbie. And don't miss all the football on Centrebet.